said good day, sir!
That's right, I said good day, and now I'm saying good night. It is Easy versus Fnatic MSI. After a very, very long break, we are now here shoutcasting the defense. That's right, it's the tournament sponsored by Own3D TV, run by us here at Join Dota, and cast in 4 different languages, with a couple of them doubling up. So we've got a couple on the English stream today. I think we've actually got 2 Russians in here as well. But in the meantime, we've also got ourselves a game to jump into, and a co-commentator to actually introduce as well. Now, we always try and think of something very, very creative when Synderen comes onto the broadcast, because Synderen is a very creative kind of guy. In this case, I'm going to say he's creatively bland. He tries to crush when he should dice, and now he's going to commentate when he probably should be playing. But welcome, Syn, to the broadcast.
Probably should be playing. No, hell no, these teams aren't mine. I'm not playing in either of these teams, but they're definitely teams of a quality I could play in, because these boys are pretty damn good on both sides. Fnatic on the Dire side, and on the Radiant side we've got Team Easy, the best team from the American scene. I was about to say by far, but I don't want to take my mouth too full, but I'm pretty sure these guys are at least one step ahead from the other guys. One step ahead of the other guys over at the American Dota 2 scene. Mm-hmm. And apparently 9 guys are a step ahead of Bayer when it comes to loading. Doesn't look too good for him.
He's lagging behind, man. He's lagging behind. Luckily, that is why we only need our captains during this first part, and we have this beautiful thing called a reconnect feature. Even if you need to, you can find a save game which is hosted on the completely wrong server, and we just had everybody disconnect and the Dire just won. Cool. So we're going to be coming back here and just remaking this game up, and it puts me straight back into the game. I'm guessing that's just a new thing which screws up when you start up. It didn't do the animation or anything like that, so it must have just been the fact that one person didn't connect, so it just automatically forfeits the game. But we instantly hit the restart button and we get ourselves back inside the game, so we're going to do that for you right now. So I don't know if Bai is just having some issues or something.
Is there a new game up?
Yeah. You should be loaded in already. Did you disconnect?
What? Yes.
Why did you disconnect?
Because the game ended.
No, it didn't. Technically, it went straight back to the lobby and just remade it for us.
Okay, I'm not in. Can we remake?
Yes, we can remake. If Bai fails again, we will wait to see what's going on with him, and you should be able to reconnect back into the game.
Fail. I'm talking about Bayer, not me, by the way, before you guys get started.
I still want to say that it's a fail on Synderen's part.
I know you would feed on that idea.
Oh, yeah,
you just want that to be true, right?
And Bayer disconnected to the game. Right.
Damn it. Remake.
So Bulb was just like, phew, we're going to be fine. So we will have a remake after the draft to get Synderen back inside this game, at which point we'll go into all pick mode. If this draft actually starts, it seems we're missing a couple of other people, which might cause us to do exactly the same thing. But on the bright side, Syn, I would highly recommend that you turn your stream on right now, so you can actually see the drafting stage. I also recommend that everybody else should tell all their friends so they can turn on their own stream right now too. Because I know a lot of people won't know this game's going on. It would have been like we've had a big couple of days. And, yeah, we've got, like, nothing. Like, where's our Dota, man? Yesterday, a day off. Could you believe it, Syn? Not a single Dota broadcast came out of Join Dota yesterday.
Yeah, it's becoming the exception to the rule, actually, that
we have a day off?
That we have a day without anything.
Yeah.
At least it's usually something pumps out. Sometimes it'll also just be you streaming some random public stuff or whatnot. But generally,
it just did it again. It just did it again. So we'll disconnect.
Oops. It did remake. Yay! I'm in.
You're in. Okay. So it's now saying please kick the obs.
You're in.
Yeah. So we got to find the obs which cannot handle this. And then we should be good to go. I blame the French guys comes from Fnatic MSI. At this point, I don't want to, like, all the settings are fine. Nothing should be changed. It's not a best of 0 at this point, guys. It's a best of 1. It's the way our group stages work. Actually, that's one thing which I have It's been so long since I've looked at the defense. I've got to check out who is actually where in the different groups. So I'm finding my Fnatic MSI guys. So Fnatic MSI is currently 1-0 and Easy is 1-1. So Easy into their third game. So I think we should just try again. Let's give her a shot and hope it works. Hopefully it does. I'm not getting any instructions from our admin Holy Master, who is inside the game at this point. So everyone will now connect. Everything will now be fine. We will load up and we'll have a flawless game. That's right. You got Uncle Toby telling you this. And yes! Oh! Thank you. Thank you. Third time lucky. Third time lucky. Now we get to finally have ourselves a draft. Sind, you were in the game, aren't you? As a spectator.
What? No. Did you start? Right. On the Radiant side, we've got Team Easy. On the Dire side, we've got Fnatic MSI. And the first pick is on the Radiant. I'm Universe is the captain of that one. And he's going to ban out Omni Knight as the first one. So these guys know that Fnatic like to play with that Omni Knight. Prophet is going to be the ban out from the Fnatic side. It's generally a ban we see from the second pick team. Don't want to give the Prophet away.
I just want to take a moment to say, Sind, I hate you sometimes. And secondly, I can't silence troll you because people can see me. So I feel what
I heard just there was win-win.
That's for you, yes. I am in a lose-lose situation, man, on what is going to happen with this. It kind of kills me.
I like that. That's some good shit.
On the bright side, we do have a win-win situation because Anti-Mage is now in the ban pool. So we don't have to see a carry Anti-Mage. Yay! Woo! On the bright side,
we're going to see a support Anti-Mage then.
There's our
first pick, Night Stalker, is going to come out instantly pretty much from Team Easy after the Lich ban from Team Fnatic. And we're back over on the Fnatic side, who now have two picks, of course.
How'd they do? It's the advantage of going second, man. You can grab yourself a duo, a combination. You don't have to fly solo. There's no Miss Palmer. You get to go as a duo. I would say a trio, but that comes a little bit later. And we get the most unlikeliest of duos because I don't see Tidehunter and Windrunner ever making as a couple, but they are going to make it as good support heroes. So Tidehunter for a big AoE ultimate. I love watching it go. And Windrunner just because she's sexy. Also because she can power shot and shackle.
I could eat a Night Stalker.
Has Tide ever said that? Has Tide ever said that?
I wish he did.
That would be awesome.
Tidehunter is one of those heroes in the game that has a really interesting sound set. Whenever he levels up, he basically says, I could eat a, and then something, and it grows bigger per level. I think when he's level 25, he says, I could eat a whale shark, or something like that. So he grows hungrier and hungrier, for no apparent reason, apart from the fact that he levels up. Anyway, over on the Radiant side, we've got Broodmother as well as Ancient Apparition now, picked up for them. Pretty standard picks there as well, the great pushing power and the cancer of Broodmother. And Ancient Apparition for that global ultimate, Cold Feet to lock people in place, and the good slow / minus magic resistance spell, Ice Vortex, and immediate Sand King from Fnatic MSI. They want that hard counter to Brood on the lane.
Yeah, they've also got two soft counters as well. Like, they wouldn't have been too concerned seeing Broodmother come up, while Broodmother is a fantastic hero for pushing. When you got your Tidehunter Anchor Smash as well as your Windrunner Power Shot, as far as the pushing power Broodmother can get, if you've got two of those heroes in the same lane, doesn't really affect. The later farm can affect, obviously, when you get Broodmother farmed up and then you see the Orca come up and you'll see a silence on either Tide or SK, but you still got two big ultimates which can work out during the team fights. So it's just getting the timing right. And most of the time, SK gets in and will be epicentering before he gets in because he'll have that Blink Dagger to Burrow Strike, which gives you that stun time, and they'll give you all the time in the world to either cast the epicenter or have it cast beforehand. So I don't think Fnatic MSI will be too worried about the Broodmother. I think they'll still be a little bit concerned about the fact that Ancient Apparition will have a global presence and Night Stalker. You got good gank, you got good position, you got good global presence from just the first three heroes of Easy's lineup.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's going to be difficult playing against this lineup of the Radiant. Of course, well, we saw in the Star Tournament, which was the last tournament we casted for those who missed it. Shame on you, first of all. And second of all, it was the Star Tournament.
Watch the VODs. There is no reason. There is no excuse for missing it. There are VODs all available on the Own3D TV channel /Showdown.
Yeah. That's where we want to go to watch that.
Yeah. Or joindota.com/VODs.
But in that tournament, we didn't see Night Stalker have the huge success. Didn't really work out so well. He was played a kind of farmish rather than gankish, and the teams didn't have too much success with it. But Team Easy, one of those teams which like to play the roaming Night Stalker aggressive play. I've tasted a bit of it myself as well. I think that will be handled by Captain Universe if I'm not wrong. And likes to roam that around the map to cause a lot of havoc with that Night Stalker. Of course, Broodmother will probably not be played by Broodstar, which is kind of counterintuitive. I think, oh well, maybe it probably will actually. So that would make really good sense. Weaver's going to be the ban of the Radiant, the third one, and the Fnatic actually digging into the extra time to find the Viper in their ban pool. Going to throw that one away to avoid all that powerful slow/tank ability. And back on the Radiant side now, and what will they go for as their fourth ban? What can't they let Fnatic have? Maybe a support like Crystal Maiden could be something they want to ban out.
But would you really look for a Crystal Maiden? Like, I'm wondering what Fnatic's going to do right now. Wishdoctor might be a good area to take out, but I'm thinking they're going to run a jungler. I'm actually having a little bit of a pick over towards Enigma so they can get the big team fight and then look for a hard carry later. And they're going to ban out Slaughter as far as Easy goes. But the Dire, sure, a raw support hero will be good, but Ty can take off that role. Depends how much they want to throw on SK. Like, are they going to run SK as a proper solo, or are they going to have him in combination with somebody up against the Brood?
I think he's going to be run solo, but I don't understand the Tidehunter ban. Sorry, yeah, that's right. Slaughter ban.
Maybe they're thinking
really
SA.
sure.
They could be thinking SA.
They could be thinking SA, but it still wouldn't fit into the Fnatic lineup anyway. They already have double melee, one of them soloing against the Brood, the other a support. Well, technically you could solo the Slaughter mid or something like that, which actually is doable against Night Stalker. So if Night Stalker is solo mid, that does make some sense. But I'm not sure if they should be worried about that. And their fourth pick, Venomancer, doesn't show anything they wouldn't want the enemy to have Slaughter against so far. Perhaps apart from the Broodmother that they already have. Maybe it's just that. They don't want the Slaughter against Brood and to safeguard themselves in that way. And Pugna will be the fourth ban of Fnatic as well, which perhaps is to allow Sand King to get the Burrow Strike Epicenter off. Might also be about a few more things, but for now it doesn't really counter anything else than that.
Okay. I'm also going to just double check with you. You're actually inside the game, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Awesome. I was just double checking with you, just so I didn't assume you're watching off a stream or something.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. So Veno, fourth one up. As far as that goes, that's a lot of pushing power when it comes to EZ, especially it's more continuous pushing power. Like the amount of beachheads that Venomancer can create. The what was it? The wall of wards that we could talk about. There's your CM that you wanted. But Venomancer as well as Broodmother together, when you put them down there, it's going to be very, very hard, I think, for the Dire to really make a dent in that. There's a lot of pushing power, and they don't really have a lot of... Well, they've got some bursts through the Burrow Strike, a little bit of Sandstorm, a bit of Anchor Smash, Power Shot, Nova, all that's there, and they can push it back, but very little of that has any effect on those Venomancer wards. So even if you do kill off a couple of the Spiderlings, the wards will still stay there, and Fnatic MSI can be caught in the back foot if they give some decent farm to that Venomancer. But I'm wondering if that Venomancer is just picked up and they're going to go one more support like a VS or something along those lines to give them like a Witch Doctor. Just simple support and give that farm to Venomancer so he can get those levels up on the wards.
I'm pretty sure the Venomancer is going to work as a support for the Night Stalker here. But could also dual lane with the